So welcome to The Straight Line. Glad to have you on board and on the path to wealth and success and to be a master of persuasion and influence. I will tell you this, maybe you're still a little bit skeptical, and I get that. You know, when we embrace something new for the first time, we have a tendency, that voice in the back of our heads, to say it won't work. Maybe it works for everybody else, but not us. And I get that. And what that really is, it's the fact that at this level of learning, you've just become unconsciously competent, where now you know there's a lot of stuff that you need to know. Before, you were unconsciously incompetent. You didn't know what you needed to know. So we're at that second level now, and it's a bit scary sometimes. And I think I've used the metaphor in the past of what a baby does when it learns to walk. And, you know, of course, the baby doesn't start to walk on the first couple of tries. Probably takes him 50, 100, or 200 tries. And even when he does walk, he's doing the old Frankenstein walk. But the baby doesn't care. The baby knows it's not supposed to look perfect the first time. But, of course, soon enough, the baby's running, and it looks perfect. Somewhere along the way, most of us lost that, and we think we're supposed to be perfect at things the first time. That's not true. You can make mistakes, and people will respect you more afterwards because you overcame those early challenges and embraced something that helped you really soar to a new level of wealth and success. So here is something very important I want to share with you right now, and that's the ability now to leverage what you just learned and bring it out into the real world. So I want you to take 2 actions right now in the real world, based on what you just learned. Not 100 actions, not 50, just 2. Something that you saw that made sense to you specifically, I want you to act on it right now. Or tomorrow, if it's nighttime and you go out into the field, whatever you're doing, I want you to learn to take these skills that you've just heard and you visualized it, but take them now into the real world. So you've done something very important. You don't know it, but here's what it is. Not only did you commit to taking action by opening up this box and putting the DVD in the player, but you've actually taken action by watching the whole thing, going through the workbook. That's huge. So just that alone right now puts you at a much higher level than most people, because most people never even take any action. They talk about taking action, they'll write down things about taking action, but they don't ever take action. So I want you to now parlay what you just did and take 2 actions in the real world, whatever they are. And I want you, don't care how you look. If you know you're a little bit lumbering over them, it's perfectly understandable. Pretty soon, it'll be elegant. You'll do it second nature. And the second thing I want you to do is I want you to write down what your whys are in life. Why is this important to you? Why do you want to learn to master the art of persuasion and influence? What's it going to give you? Not just money. Let me tell you something. Money, you're going to see once you master the straight line, money will roll in avalanches of abundance. That's how it is. And just so you know, I've done this with, like I said, 12,000 people over the years. They all became million-dollar producers and went on to become very wealthy people in the real world, a variety of businesses. So the money's easy. What I want you to focus on now is the why at a higher level. You know, what is it that you would do with the money? Who are the people that you can help? The people especially you love and can help. Is it your children, putting aside money for a college fund? Is it buying a house that you've always dreamed of? Is it, you know, retiring your parents? Is it donating to charities that are worthy and that need money? The whys that you have in your life are what really allow you to transcend just being a goal setter to being a visionary, to knowing at a higher level what you're really looking to accomplish, what turns you on here and makes you jump out of bed in the morning. I'll tell you real quickly before I let you go back to the next DVD. When I was in jail and I was at the worst and the lowest point of my life, I had my whys, and those were the faces of my children. I knew that if I gave up then, I would disappoint my children. I would never be a father for them they could look up to as a role model. And that's what allowed me more than anything, was to fight through all that negativity and the boredom and the tediousness of being locked away, and actually propelled me to sitting down and writing my first book, because I refused to give up because I had my why. And I also had a level of excellence that I held myself to, my standards for living. I would not give up. I did whatever it took because I knew my why. So write down your whys tonight. Take those 2 actions tomorrow, and believe me, you'll be glad you did. You'll see huge results. So now let's move on to Module 2, and let's rock and roll. See you soon.